Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Matthias, and this is the place where you learn to play your life like you play Skyrim, like you play any of those fantasy RPGs you play, and tabletop RPGs, you know, that's cool too. And you learn how to turn your life into a game and actually enjoy leveling up your real-life character and doing all that self-improvement stuff you'd love to do, finding the motivation to actually do that for your real life instead of just for a fantasy character. That's what this channel is for, so welcome. Today's topic is about affirmations. You know, where you get a piece of paper, usually something you find off the internet, has a phrase on it, and it says something like, I am beautiful and strong and lovely, I make good decisions, and I always do my chores on time, and whatever. You know, it's affirmations. You tell yourself what you are, or rather, if you're being honest, you tell yourself what you would like to be, because you aren't actually that thing. The reason why this works for some people, and of course not for others, but the reason why this is a thing, and why people want to do this, and why, you know, the fact that it's lasted as long as it has means it works for some people, it at least makes them feel good. The reason why, what affirmations are, when you translate it to a gaming concept, to the metagame concept, what affirmations are, is a narrative. It's simply a narrative you tell about yourself. You say, oh, this is who I am and this is what I'm doing. It's kind of like Jordan Peterson's self-authoring. It says, oh look, here is my, future. Here's who I want to be. Here's who I'm going to be. Or, if you want to be more practical, here's who I currently am. Like, I claim this identity as my own identity. This is not mine. And it's not like, oh, I will be that in the future. If you say that you will be something, that means you're telling yourself that you aren't that thing. So if you say, oh, I will, be fit and diligent and work out and, quit this lazy job one day, well, you've just told yourself that you're a lazy bum who doesn't actually, do the things that you want to do eventually. So, the affirmations are, I am this thing. I am what I want to be. The whole point of that is just, it's a narrative. It's just it's a mini dose of self-authoring, where you say, this is who I am. This is who I'm going to be, who I am now, etc. And yeah, that's why it's effective. The reason why it doesn't work for some people, one of the possible reasons, is because the people don't actually seriously tell that narrative themselves. They, say in the morning and then they forget about their narrative. The thing is, you have to repeat your narrative, and I don't just mean say the affirmation every hour on the hour. What's meant by that is that you have to actually tell the narrative in more ways than one. So again, visuals are a great thing. How you dress, you have to see your narrative. You have to, see it. If your narrative is your identity, you have to see it on yourself. You have to see it in your environment. If your narrative is that you work out, you have to see yourself at the gym. You have to actually, put on the gym clothes and get your workout equipment if you have it, and you have your gym card, somewhere. You have to remind yourself. You have to show yourself a visual of, this is what I look like. A poster. How people back in the day would get a poster of like a really, ripped, jacked guy, and they would like, put their face over the face of the of the bodybuilder, and that was a visual representation. It was inspiring. It's like, oh look, that's me. It's adopting that identity, that narrative about themselves, and saying, oh, that's me, or it's going to be me. That's why people are inspired by posters of Batman. You see Batman on the wall. He's like, looking all grave and cool. That's a visual identity that people are inspired by and that they kind of like to adopt, although most people feel kind of silly if they try to actually adopt all of Batman's identity. So they're like, okay, I'll just like look at it and feel inspired. But that's why we use visuals. That's why we have posters and pictures, and why we watch movies, why we love to watch movies, and why we play video games and such. It's because we like the visual representations of things. That inspires us. That is a narrative. That's why affirmations are, an auditory. You hear yourself say it, and a picture is a visual, and you have to combine them. If you just have one, if you just say your affirmations in the morning, if you say, I am fit and I have a body I like, and you're looking at yourself in the mirror while you're saying this affirmation, and you're 400 pounds, it's like, well, it's not going to work. But if you see a version of yourself, or just like picture a Batman, or picture a guy with, ripped abs, if you see that and say, I am that, instead of I am this, if you actually look at what you want to be and you visualize it, or actually visualize it, that's another reason why visualizations are so popular and effective for people, is because that's exactly what they're doing. They're taking a visual. Yeah, it's not physical. It's in their head, but it's still a visual. They're still looking at a visual thing. And so that's why people like posters, affirmations, and visualizations. It's all that. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. Tune in next time to hear more, to understand how all these self-improvement concepts, which you have been studying for years, how they actually relate to the metagame and how it actually translates and why these concepts work. They work because they're trying to turn life into a game. So, like, comment, subscribe, feed the algorithm, socials, and Patreon down in the description. Please give me lots of money because I would love to have a whole bunch of money and be able to quit this job working out. Yeah, would love to do that, so please give me money, and so that I can actually quit my job and have a so much more enjoyable time. That would be very appreciated. Thank you, goodbye.